objects had souls. Regto asked if he'd fought back, but Rudo admitted he hadn't. He also asked if Regto truly believed that a cared-for object could gain a soul over time. While washing him clean, Regto explained that it was just an old tale meant to encourage people to value what they owned, but personally, he liked to think every object had a soul. Rudo's curiosity deepened, and he asked whether the objects in their own home also had souls, his gloves included. Regto answered that if Rudo treated them with care, then yes, someday they might. That thought lingered in Rudo's mind as he abruptly woke from the dream, only to find himself chained and being dragged along by Injin. Furious, he demanded to be released, but Injin calmly replied that he was taking him to a safe place. Rudo didn't care. His only focus was getting back to the surface to exact revenge. Hearing this made Injin stop in his tracks. He told Rudo that returning was impossible. The place they called the Sphere floated high in the sky and never stopped moving. He resumed pulling Rudo forward, telling him to accept reality and move on. But Rudo refused to let go of the idea. He was convinced Injin knew a way back and was hiding it. Threatening to shout until more monsters arrived, he demanded answers. Annoyed, Injin said he'd show Rudo exactly what kind of place they were in. He began dragging him roughly, eventually arriving at a surprisingly clean open space in a canyon, far cleaner than the surrounding wasteland. Without explanation, Injin dumped Rudo there, telling him to enjoy himself, then walked away. Rudo cursed at him to at least undo the chains, but Injin disappeared without another word. Before long, several men in gas masks emerged from trucks and made their way toward him. Rudo wondered if they were locals, while they, equally intrigued, speculated about him. His clothes made them suspect he was from the Sphere, and they eagerly approached with questions. Nervously, Rudo admitted he had fallen from there. At that, the men ripped off their masks, thrilled to finally meet a living Sphere dweller, since until now, they had only ever come across corpses. They crowded around, examining his face with a disturbing fascination. Rudo instinctively backed away, but they reassured him they meant no harm and began loosening his restraints. Relieved, he thought they were far kinder than Injin. That relief was short-lived. Moments later, Rudo found himself chained even tighter inside one of their trucks. Confused, he overheard the men outside talking about their good fortune. Capturing a living Sparite was rare, and such a find could be sold for a fortune. Sphere dwellers' clothing and body parts already fetched high prices, but a living one would send buyers into a frenzy. The group's leader explains to Rudo that people are willing to pay large sums for Spherites, not because they value them, but because they despise them.